Friends and viewers, what's up and welcome. This is IER, your info entertainment reviews channel. Now, being for today, ladies and gentlemen, I have something very, very awesome for all of us. And this was actually mentioned from a friend of mine here. And Queen Bee, thank you, sweetheart. Now, I've always been in deep thought like this, and I haven't thought about it for a while until she brought this up. And I was like, wow, it's like you and me certainly think so deep alike. It was crazy. And when it comes to aliens and the way how we all evolved is so amazing, but yet, even with the world's most smartest scientists ever in this royalty exist. Gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, yes, they are smart. They're very smart, of course. But that doesn't mean because everything that they say is exactly true. It's just with even their studies, as much as they try and do, it's all pretty much their point of their theory in what they think coming from their perspective. I gotta remember, it's not what all always say. Now, these are photos I had taken earlier. I was out and about. Show you real quick. And caught some very beautiful sunset footage. I mean, but look like this, for example. I mean, and this was just today's footage that I have taken. And these were taken by me. And the thing is, you guys, here we are. We're on this planet, okay? And we all know this planet alone, Mother Earth, there is so much natural phenomenon just on this planet, but that's not even including everything out there. And I gotta bring one thing up before I get in anything further. Before I go further, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, planet Earth is not flat. So let's all get this clear, folks. People are so manipulative and they believe every single thing that a lot of the people are told, and that's how you get your mind manipulated, and you believe that that's all what there is to believe, and it's not true. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. If Mother Earth was flat, ladies and gentlemen, we would have known from the very first day the first satellite was launched, taking the very first images. Now, remember how I talked about earthquakes? Not to throw the topic off, but real quick, just something I had to get here, and I wanted to just give you an idea how I talked about these nuclear bombs going off. And with a big earthquake, big enough, with all the nuclear weapons, every single nuclear bomb on this planet, every single one of them, all it takes is a mega disaster to trigger them to go domino effect, setting off one after another. And after I saw this here, this image, this was the perfect explanation to give you all an idea of the possibilities, really, of what could happen. Those nuclear bombs could trigger Mother Earth's tectonic plates to literally pull apart and could do some crazy effect similar to what you're looking at right now. I just had to throw this in there. It's freaking crazy. So here's your guys' idea right here, and it's true. When you think about it, it's very possible because Mother Earth's sitting in so many tectonic pieces. It's ridiculous. But again, Mother Earth is not flat, people. So just stop believing that what those people say, what's being told, and when those people come out and they're saying, giving everybody on YouTube and all this, I mean, yeah, it's great to give some information and knowledge, but come on, guys. If Mother Earth was flat, the sun would be flat, the moon would be flat, every single planet would be flat. Now, let's get to this. Now, the way how we all evolved, you guys, this is where it's going to get amazing. This is now, again, this is just coming from my kind of point of view because every scientist that's out there is the same perspective as where I'm coming from. It's just they're putting their thoughts in. But we're never gonna exactly know, exactly, you guys. No one will, how everything began, really. I mean, look at this great footage and look at all these planets. We're in the middle of nowhere. We are floating in the middle of nowhere in space. Now, here's what I want to mention about. You have all these galaxies, you have all these stars, billions and billions. I mean, all over the place. And it's just this alone, it is so stunningly beautiful. I mean, it really is. And we're out in this open. Now, how was space created by itself? Always talking about how these planets were created by this big, huge, massive explosion from a star, and then bam, here comes Mother Earth, here comes the sun. You guys, there's a lot more to it. Just like God. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe in Him, but there's more to it, you guys. Now, why is it they always talk about God? They have His images, or Jesus, they have Him all over the place. Where's the images of His Father? Where's He at? You don't ever hear anything about Him. Now, since the beginning of time, extraterrestrial has always been around. And the thing is, from then, I really think we all evolved from some type extraterrestrial of that creation. That's it sounds crazy, I know, but really, I really think that there was some type of extraterrestrial that would. I mean, we already know their knowledge of how beyond their knowledge is. But the thing is that with all this knowledge going on, how was this all really created, ladies and gentlemen? Just sit and think about it. Now, look at aliens, you guys. I am such a huge believer in aliens. I've encountered one. I've seen UFOs. And when I say I've encountered an alien, I'm not kidding about that either. I might be bringing that video back and talk about it. I did remove it from YouTube, and but I might be putting it back on. So, just something. It's very eerie. It's creepy, and never saw it again. And it just cameras and thermal doesn't lie, and I certainly don't lie about things that are not true. And so, like I said, folks, just how was space really created? This is what people don't think about. We always think about how Mother Earth was created and how we were created. But what is outside of space? What is outside of the darkness? That's where it gets crazy. Because something had to create space to create the inside of space, while the inside of space creates stars and all these planets and these dimensions. They all create one after another into another. And it's such deep thought that I've been wanting to bring up. And thanks to Queen Bee, you really put my mind into deep thought about this today, because I haven't thought about this for such a long time. And so definitely thank you, because you made me bring this up on this new subject here on Info Entertainment Reviews to bring to everybody. And like, look at this galaxy, you guys. Look how beautiful this is. What's inside that galaxy? What is past that? Because once you get into there, it's gonna open up into another dimension. And now, like I said, we're this small itty bitty planet out here in this massively open dark space that just seems to go on and on and on. But, folks, what is outside of the space? I personally think there's something else outside of space. I'm talking about outside of the box. Here's Mother Earth inside the box, okay? Think of a big box, alright? And you put Mother Earth inside that box. Then you put the sun. Then you put the stars. And you put all these galaxies inside this huge, dark box. And it gives it all of this effect. And then we're floating in the middle of nowhere in one spot. Now here's where it's gonna get crazy. Now, of course, it's probably not true. I've had a couple crazy dreams in the past, and believe it or not, I've actually had a dream where I ended up in this spaceship. Okay, this is gonna sound like, I mean, it's very cool, you guys. It's so cool, and I am a huge alien believer. I love UFOs. I'm so into this. I love stargazing and stuff, looking up in the sky. I love doing all this stuff. And let me tell you one thing. Imagine being in a spaceship and we're this tiny, like, ant-sized human being, but we don't know that we're the size of an ant. But when we see ants in our daily lives, we're like, holy cow, look how little they are. But you and I, ladies and gentlemen, we're the ant today, for example, okay? And we end up in this spaceship, you guys. Now, here I am. When I wake up, I see this, for example. It's like, oh my god, wow, where am I? And almost echoey, so quiet, it's cold, very quiet, and very cold. And all of a sudden you see changes and all this. And next thing you know, this alien comes up. Now this was a real dream I had. It's crazy, but it's just a dream. Now, in this dream, this alien was showing me in a massive, massive hologram. It was like almost something like, remember that movie Beetlejuice? Okay, these people were growing up, but you remember those model houses on the table? And something similar like that, you guys. That's what this was. And the alien pointed to me in the dream. This is so cool. The alien was pointing to me in the dream. She didn't talk. She was a female alien, believe it or not. She didn't talk. She would point. And it's like mentally in your mind, quietly telling you in your mind, this is, I'm the mothership. And this is how you were all created. I mean, it's deep. I don't know how to explain this in any other words, you guys. It was like, what was the name of this one movie where they were on Mars? One of you viewers are gonna know this. There was this movie. These people ended up on Mars. The ship crashed. They were trying to go rescue somebody, and believe it or not, in this mountain of Mars, they go in there and ended up something seeing like this, similar to what my dream was, and just so bizarre, you guys. I mean, I'm getting really deep into this. I know it sounds nuts, but everybody, I know you're enjoying this. And between these galaxies, ladies and gentlemen, my deepest thought, all extraterrestrial in a way. But here's what's gonna get crazy too. What created extraterrestrial? How was the main thing too is how was space created? Yes, we have the inside, but what's outside of space, you guys? What is outside of that box? To me, whatever is outside of space, this whole dark, huge unlimitless dark space. What is outside of it? That's what blows my mind away too. And I can't right now. I even out of all the years, I can't think of what else could be outside of it. What if this was a big, gigantic, massive mothership, and we're the little ants? In a way, you see what I'm coming from? It's pretty deep thought, folks. It really is. But as far as how all this was created, you guys, the best way I'm going to tell you right now, this was all magic. All of this. Today, to this day, it's all magic. It's like if it's a 3D hologram in a way. Something like you see in the movies. You know, I could get just so deep into this. And when they talk about the explosion of Mother Earth from the creation, from the big star bang, you guys, that wasn't it. I don't believe it. I don't think that really happened. There's more to it, you guys. Something else created all this. I mean, that's just my perspective. That's what I think. And aliens, as far as aliens go, I really believe that maybe they're the ones that could have pulled all this off and created what they have created from then to today. It's very bizarre, and just something that's coming from my thoughts. And I'm going to end it here right now and get this to you folks. And stay tuned, because for part 2, there's more of this I'm going to be talking about. This ain't over yet, you guys. So love you all and thank you. At the end of this video, go and check out part 2 so we can continue on this story, all right? Much love, everybody.